Thanks, man. What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Soccer Comic Rant. And we got a host of topics today. How Omicron, if I'm saying it right, is the Grinch that stole football in December and is shutting games down. We're going to talk about the Champions League draw or draws, because there were multiple draws, because the first draw messed up. We're also going to talk about some of the games today in the league. Villa versus Norwich, Man City versus not really Leeds, because man, they put a whooping on Leeds. But first, I want to thank you all for listening or watching. If you're watching on YouTube. And like and subscribe and leave some comments under the video. And we'll always respond to those comments. And if you're listening on at allthingscomedy.com, and allthingscomedy.com is a host of podcasts on their platform with some of the best comics in the country: Bert Kreischer, Bill Burr, Tom Popper, to name a few. Just go rifle through. You'll see a bunch of some of the best comics with their podcast at allthingscomedy.com. Omni Studio is another place that you can listen to this in iTunes, Spotify, the list goes on. And our sponsor, onthevolleyapparel.com. Go check out their site and use our promo code ComicRant to get 20% off. They got hoodies, tanks, t-shirts, and sweatshirts with hip hop soccer logos on the front. And we have our own merch there. We have like 3 t-shirts. So if you want to get some Christmas swag, check it out. And I'll put the link for that in the window. And I want to thank our producer, Aaron Brungardt, every week making this happen. And we have one of the usual suspects, Neil Chakravarty, comic from San Diego by way of India, Chelsea fan. What up, Neil?
Hey, Ian, how's it going? Just the two of us today.
Just the two of us, man, chopping it up about football. And what do you want to talk about first? The Champions League draw, Aubameyang?
Which Champions League draw?
Yeah, let's talk about...
There's a couple.
There's a couple of them, you're right. Let's talk about the first one. And well, they're all the same if you're a Chelsea fan, because you drew Lille the first one and you drew Lille the second one.
Also, since I slept through, because I think it happened very early in the morning for us, and by the time I woke up, I didn't even realize it had gone through a redraw until much later in the day. Because I mean, it seemed like, well, we got Lille, and I was pretty happy about that.
Why, you don't trust your team to beat anybody?
No, I mean, because, I want to play the best. So, bring on the French champions.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why. Yeah, you don't sound too confident. You want to play the best French champions.
Mighty Lille, French champions, a better team than PSG based on, whatever happened last year.
Yeah, based on what happened last year. Well, this year, they sold a lot of their players because they're in debt. Yeah. So it's not the same team. So yeah, of course you want to play Lille. I want to play him too. The draw is weird because, like, I think it was Real Madrid. There was only one team they could play. Was it Real Madrid or?
No, I think what they did was, and this is so bizarre because reading up on it, they changed they had, right? Like after the group stages, English teams, you can't face teams from your own country. From your own country, you can't face from your own group. Right. And I think on 3 different occasions, they messed that up. Liverpool and Atletico were in the same part, in the same part, and I think there's 2 other instances of things going wrong, and they affected Manchester United. So I think Manchester United and Atletico Madrid were the 2 teams that filed the complaints. They spotted it. What was really weird to me was these mistakes, like even among fans discussing, if somebody brings out that this is happening, we are very quick to spot it because this same format has been in place for so many years now. Everybody pretty much following football knows. So even if there was a software error, this is what UEFA is saying, how that nobody spotted it till it actually ended up in a draw is pretty bizarre to me. It just doesn't seem like they have somebody overseeing these things.
I mean, you got to give UEFA credit for messing up something that they've been using for years. They found a way to blow it, and you got to give people who work that hard some type of credit. So congrats, UEFA. I mean, I'm trying to find like who were better off in the first draw and who were better off in the second draw.
I think there was only one team that
got screwed.
That got screwed. It's real. No.
They were screwed both draws.
Only Real Madrid got screwed because they went from Benfica to PSG.
Right.
Everybody else, it was pretty much the same. I mean, Liverpool, you might want to say Salzburg to Inter Milan, but I mean, Salzburg's been playing well too. So it's not like Inter Milan is, even though they've been doing really well for 2 seasons now, they lost a lot of their main players. So it's probably a marginal worse off situation for Liverpool. United, PSG to Atletico Madrid. I mean, PSG has the stars. PSG has the stars, but Atletico Madrid in the knockout, Diego Simeone. Do you want to face Diego Simeone in the knockouts or Mauricio Pochettino?
Well, can I just tell you something that I realized Diego Simeone is? He's Burnley with better scorers.
Yeah. I mean, that's been his style.
And as far as style is concerned, he's Sean Dyche with better scorers, so that defensive system can and probably better players overall. So it'd just be like playing an English team, but a more dangerous counterattacking English team. But and that's what Simeone has been winning in Spain with, like the 2 La Ligas that he won, and maybe whatever cups he's won. So yeah, they just play Burnley style football with better quality players.
Yeah.
But I can see the draw that we first got, because we got PSG. So Real Madrid went from Benfica to who? Bayern Munich?
No, PSG. They got PSG. They took ours. Yeah.
So they got to be pissed.
They are super pissed. And it's not like Real Madrid and UEFA haven't had beef before.
Right. So, I mean, they want to just form their own league away from UEFA. So but to be honest, like Real Madrid and Ancelotti have been doing really good in the league. This weekend, like they easily dispatched of Atletico Madrid. And Benzema scored a goal in the first half, then come back out for the second half. I think Asensio scored the second goal. I think Vinicius had both assists.
Yeah.
And the midfield is just, they're not even letting the younger players get in the game.
The band is falling back into place. Modric, Kroos,
and Casemiro. And then, sometimes they alternate on defense and stuff like that. But yeah, man. So Real Madrid is firing on all cylinders. So good. You said they get PSG? That's tough. That's huge. That is fucking huge.
So Ramos has to go back and try and beat Real Madrid with help from Messi.
Damn. And then Messi gets to try to beat Real Madrid again.
Once again, and who knows which team in that game Mbappe is going to be playing for.
And then Mbappe says, "I'll make up any goal that I score on you next season when I come to you for free."
No, but that's the thing. Like, there's some talk that Mbappe might even leave in January to
go to Real.
Yeah, because I mean, I know that
then he's going to be cup tied.
No, they removed that rule. There's no a couple of years back.
Oh yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So they could actually, if they get the transfer, because it's more or less done that he's going to be going. But
right.
If PSG want to get any money out of this, and if they, if Real Madrid test the resolve again with another bid, who knows?
They don't even need the money. They could just, like we was discussing like early in the season, just play it out and try to win the Champions League with Mbappe, and then if they lose him afterwards, at least they won the Champions League. I wouldn't like him right now. Neymar's injured, and him and Messi are acting like Messi and Neymar back in Barcelona when they used to play. Like there was a teaming up this weekend along with Di Maria for some good ass goals, and they beat Monaco. And Mbappe played against Monaco as if he never came from them. He was so disrespectful in his scoring. How much he relished. Like, what did Monaco do to him except give him a start his career, start him, and get him probably the last time, or one of the last times that PSG lost the title was like when Mbappe was with Monaco. Besides this little one, and I don't know, man. He was relishing this shit, like, and he was way faster than everybody on Monaco.
I mean, that could be Mbappe playing against PSG that way.
Yeah.
As he never played for them. But no, that's gonna be a good tie. I think your guys' tie against Atletico Madrid is gonna be pretty good.
I think we have a good chance against them because, like I was saying, they play British football. So, and by then, hopefully, Rangnick has this system in place. What were you gonna say?
No, I was saying that some of the other teams have easier draws. Like I think Chelsea has it easy, Bayern has it easy, Man City has it easy. I want to say Liverpool has it easy too, because even though Inter Milan is a big name historically, Liverpool should be able to get the better of them.
They've been doing good though. They got Dzeko, and this motherfucker has been scoring, bro.
Yeah, Dzeko's been scoring. Dzeko's, kind of made sure that they don't feel Lukaku's absence. So, I mean, if the Dzeko Lautaro Martinez combination can do something, they might be onto something there. It's going to be a tough game, but you back Liverpool in that game.
Yeah. I mean, again, no, go ahead.
Villarreal. I was just going over the ties. So Villarreal, Juventus. Juventus has been poor. I think they finished first in the group, but
they're only doing good in the Champions League.
Even there, like we beat them 4-0. It's just that we screwed up against
the group.
They beat us 1-0 in a game which we completely dominated, and they scored off one counter attack 15 seconds after the halftime kickoff. They caught us out.
It sounds like you're describing your Champions League final win.
Well, we had in the Champions League final win, we had at least 5 or 6 chances to score. We messed up, but they had one opening. So I don't think Juventus has been playing that well this season, but they still have the names, and they still have the high pedigree coach that you think would can get past Villarreal. Atletico Madrid, Man United, again, could be even. Atletico is a much settled team.
Tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So I think both teams are going to not going to be relishing that game. Benfica, Ajax have looked amazing this season in the Champions League. So you'd back Ajax on that one.
Benfica and Ajax.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel Ajax are a much better team.
Yeah, but it's still easier for Benfica to play Ajax than Man City, Bayern. Like, I'm sure they knew going in, every team is kind of looking down at them, but they've got one of their leagues are kind of on par.
Yeah.
Like Ajax has been killing it. Yeah, but
I think one interesting thing is that in the PSG Real Madrid game, one favorite or one super team is going to go out really quick.
Yeah.
So
who would you rather win that that PSG Real Madrid?
It's tough. I want to say PSG because I feel as a team they're easier to play against.
Oh, so you're looking for you're doing everything by how would this affect Chelsea?
Yeah. Yeah, I think but even for the competition, I think PSG are a moments team, and they can have, like, the way they beat Man City in the group stage in the first leg. Man City had a better game overall, but PSG produced 2 moments of magic, and they won 2-0. So even from a neutral perspective, I think if you can keep watching Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, that's going to be good.
I mean, this, I keep saying it, this Vinicius Jr., he hasn't built a name yet, but it's something to watch. Like, this kid grow into the next Ronaldo / Messi. His skill set is like Messi's skill and Ronaldo's skill had a baby, and it's Junior. Like, that's where that's the line he's walking,
And that game is going to be very defining for him, because he's been good this season, and it looks like this is the season finally where he's taking that step up, like that kind of matches the hype he arrived at Real Madrid with. And a game like he's doing well in the big games in La Liga, but I think the PSG game is going to be a great platform for him to showcase.
I think he could walk through. It's going to be crazy. So he's a left-sided player, and Mbappe's a left-sided player. You're going to have 2 streaks of lightning running down either side of the field.
Yeah.
In different colors, going at each other's teams. It's so crazy. So even if there's a United game on at the same time, which I think they staggered the games so that none of them are playing at the same time. Something that I read earlier, I'm not sure. But if there was, I'd probably just say, all right, I gotta watch the Man United game later. Yeah. What other game you want to go through in the draw after the draw?
No, I think we covered all the games, right?
Yeah.
I think we got to most of the games.
What do you think about the meme?
Which one? The Abramovich one?
The Abramovich meme. Let me bring it up. Do you remember it?
Yeah. I remember the meme. Well, all I'll say is, if that was true, he's being pretty stingy, because I think our record of facing teams the last 6 years in the first round of the knockouts was Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, PSG. So, he's been saving a lot of money. I'm happy he paid up this time. He's done us no favors. Like, the UEFA Champions League draw for a long, long time has done us no favors.
I mean,
in the first knockout round itself, like, leave alone what's happened afterwards.
I mean, this did seem shady, but I'm not gonna say it is. It's just this meme is just hilarious. You have Abramovich on a cell phone, and it's a flip phone. It looks like
that's how we know it's not realistic.
We got Lil in the draw game. You can release their families now. Pretty simple and fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. So yeah, Champions League. You want to talk about Aubameyang's suspension? So I read up on it a little bit. First of all, reporters are annoying. Like, I just watched the Arteta press conference.
And they kept asking him about this like a million times.
Like every reporter. And it's like, he had every right to be like, enough about the Aubameyang. Like, all the different ways you're asking me, these are the same questions. And I already gave you the answer to these questions. I cannot go into personal details.
And also, Arsenal released a full statement that had
Right.
pretty much what you needed to know. So it was that, and then Arteta going over everything, and then still being asked about it.
I'm frustrated. I'm a Man United fan, and I'm yelling at those reporters who are interviewing Arteta, and I don't give a fuck about Arsenal. But that shit was annoying.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I guess he's an habitual late show upper, and even though he went to France to bring his mom back, he came back a day later. And the fact about it is,
getting a tattoo done.
He's getting it. Well, he got that in too. He got that off. You might, but he went to pick up his mom and bring her to England.
His mom was at a tattoo parlor in Barcelona.
Yeah, she always goes with him when he gets his tattoos. So then he went to Barcelona, and then
and here's the thing. This is what I don't understand about a lot of celebrities. Like, if you're trying to do a sneaky thing, maybe not put that up on Instagram.
Right. So he put that on Instagram.
There's no way for Arsenal to know.
That's hilarious. So he comes back, but so is that the real story? The tattoo? When did he post the picture of the tattoo?
I think that's what happened. Like he
I don't follow.
He tried to do both things on the same trip.
Right.
So
bring his mother back and bring himself back with a new
he got special permission from the club.
Right.
Because the club was being considerate that he wants to get his mother back, and I think the arrangement was that he goes on the Wednesday in the morning and comes back the same night. And
he came back Thursday.
He came back. Oh, sorry. I think the tattoo thing was from another time. I don't know. Oh, okay. This is too complicated.
Yeah, he just went to pick up his mom. As far as I know, it could be the tattoo is included too. But he came back a day later, and they have matches. COVID is raging, and he came back a day late. So then, I get it. Like, there's young, impressionable players on the team. They're all in, as far as like committed to the Arsenal way, and you just can't have the captain be disobeying the rules and get away with it, because then it just breaks down your command as a leader and as a coach. And you're gonna have these players. First, you're endangering the team because of COVID protocols, and number two, you just have people, I can get away with shit too, and you don't want that to even start when you're trying to build something. And
you're the captain.
Ain't scoring anyway.
Yeah.
He ain't scoring anyway. So he's acting like this is 2 years ago at Aubameyang. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's acting like he's goal a game Aubameyang. This is 1 goal in 7 games Aubameyang. You can't be late. You got to be on time. It's like a girl that used to be hot who gained 50 pounds, trying to act like everybody can't see the 50 pounds and trying to get away with hot girl shit. No, now it's time people gonna call you on your shit.
Hot girl somewhere you want.
Yeah.
No, I would like to correct myself. The tattoo thing was from another incident. So that was part of his 3 strikes.
Oh, okay.
So
it was 3 strikes.
So I apologize. Aubameyang's mom does not live in a tattoo parlor. She's not related to the tattoo. She's not related to any tattoo event. So, but apparently, like, he was given permission to come back later in the day. But he did not come back the same day. He instead came back the next morning, which meant that he missed his COVID test, or he missed the amount of time required to go through all the COVID protocols, and had to miss training as a result.
Yeah, they sent him home to self-train and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Arsenal is so weird with their captains. You remember, like, a few months back, we were talking about how United have had so many captains in the last 6 or 7 years. But Arsenal has had that same fluctuation of
11,
captaincy.
11 and 14 or 14 and 11 years.
Yeah, and there's been controversies with each one of them. At least with United, people have lost captaincy because, they just went part of the main 11 of the squad, or they moved on and stuff. Every single captain seems like they're fucked up. Like Koscielny did that whole thing where he,
Right.
after he
When
left
he
Arsenal,
left,
he did a whole gimmick with the Arsenal jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Xhaka has had the biggest hate affair with the Arsenal fans.
Right.
And now Aubameyang, who was their bankable crowd favorite, manages to find a way to completely get on the wrong side of the fans now.
When you make Xhaka be like, and you took the captaincy from me to give to him. You know what I mean? Like, and really? And
at least I was staying here and fucking up.
I'm supposed to leave and I'm still here. And he's here and he ain't here. So how dare you?
So what are the odds that, who's going to be the next captain? Who's the most...
That's funny.
Who can fuck up the most among the rest of the guys?
That's a funny bet. Listen, don't name none of the young captains.
Yeah, don't curse them.
Because they'll fuck up. Don't curse them. It's like the Sports Illustrated cover curse or the EA Sports cover curse. It's going to fuck their season up. Don't name anybody who's of value captain. Make somebody on the bench captain.
Yeah, make the third goalkeeper the captain.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, here's another thing about Arsenal that's non-Aubameyang related, and I was telling you I was gonna probably start a soccer comic rant Instagram.
Yeah.
And sometimes have questions on it, like do a post with questions. So this would be a potential soccer comic rant Instagram question. So you see what Aaron Ramsdale has been doing. And Arsenal just won 3-0. Who did they beat? But he still made some amazing saves. And it was, I think, Southampton against Southampton. I think Lee's not even on a flight. He just doesn't want to come on the podcast to talk about the Southampton nothing ass whooping, like after the ass whooping the week before. So did you watch that game a little bit or at all?
No, I could not watch it.
Yeah, I was watching it at the same time. I think I was watching the Liverpool game. And not only was Ramsdale making saves, but he turned into Edison. Is it Edison is the Man City goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Distribution wise.
Yeah. Like he had that one pass which I saw
to
Tierney.
Yeah, to Tierney and one to Martinelli too. And so my question is, for the goalkeeper of England, based on what we've seen so far, could this guy take Jordan? Why am I blanking? Jordan Pickford's job.
I've always felt for the longest time that Nick Pope should be the England keeper.
But he might be better than Pope, even though Pope, I think the last 2 years has had the most shutouts, I think, than any English goalkeeper, but comparable to, I think, Edison and what's the other Liverpool goalkeeper? Alisson, right. But so between the three of them, who would you think should be just,
I think on form Ramsdale is one of the high performing keepers, and considering it's not like England has an amazing world-class keeper anyway, I think it should be one of the easiest spots to take over at the England team. It's just that Southgate has a lot of faith in John Pickford. And he doesn't seem to, like, even when Pickford is doing really badly at club level, he never tried using Pope or Henderson for a length of time.
Right. Well, what he's doing now, like Henderson might be out of the picture, even though Henderson had a really good game in the Champions League.
Henderson just won't get considered because he's not playing.
Because he's not playing, right?
Yeah.
So, but what Southgate does is he keeps the faith in players even if they're not in favor on their teams, because he knows sometimes it's just circumstantial that you're not playing for your team.
Yeah.
So then, like, Raheem Sterling didn't score for Man City. He still plays in the Euros and he gets results.
Yeah.
Jordan Pickford arguably is a better keeper for England than he is for Everton. Like,
yeah.
I feel like he had a really good Euros and he saved some of those penalties.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, he could have been the hero of the tournament. So, yeah, there's going to be that loyalty there. But Ramsdale is creeping up the wall and ready to climb in to Pickford's room.
He might actually not be a bad shot for captain, Arsenal captain.
Nah, I just don't want him to don't jinx him.
Yeah, but like, you know, if you're being serious, they have very few. I mean, who do they have like who can stake a claim?
He's new though. It's like.
But like everybody's new. Their entire team is new.
But they're true. But there's academy players.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to have to yell at older dudes to get their shit together.
At least Ramsdale is older, and being a keeper, you have to yell anyway.
How old is he anyway, by the way? I never checked.
I think he's 24.
That's funny that 24 is old on a team. Like,
because he's been playing like 5 or 6 years. He's 23. But he's still, I think, in his 5th season or something.
Yeah, he's been in the coal mine leagues of English football. Yeah.
I mean, just look at it. Like, he's had, in terms of appearances, 1, 2, what's going on? 1, 2, 70, 1, 2, 17, 3, 4, 5. This is 5th senior season, where he's playing regularly. So, but like, if you look at the other options, I don't think they're going to go back to Xhaka. That's going to be really weird if they do that.
Well, what he said was they have a committee of captains now. So then, but I don't know who actually wears the armband.
Maybe Lacazette. I was hearing about Lacazette.
He's been showing up.
If they don't want to make a decision, and if they want to wait and see which of these young players actually stand up, and because right now you don't even know like who is going to be a permanent starter for the team, stuff like that. So if they want to wait, I think that's fine. They can wait and just kick the ball down the road.
What do you do on Sunday though?
No, have Lacazette as the captain. And he anyways going to leave soon, so it's not like if you take the captaincy off him, he's going to feel bad or anything. So this is similar to what we did with just after Terry retired, we had Cahill as a captain for a season and a half, and then soon Aspilicueta.
And how did y'all do with Cahill as a captain?
I mean, we did well. The second Conte season was bad, but he won the FA Cup, and then the next season Sarri came in. Cahill was still club captain, but he never really used to play, and that was his last season at Chelsea. And so Aspilicueta was the vice captain. He became the captain, and then he's been the captain since.
He's been the captain.
So, actually, Odegaard, now that I think about it, is probably going to be the long term the best option for captain, because he's already the captain at Norway, and I think he's another guy who's had a lot of appearances under his belt, even though he's so young.
Yeah, and he's been scoring too.
And if you are captain at country level, that I feel like that always helps.
You know why I like Odegaard?
Yeah,
because he fouled Fred. In the penalty area, and we helped us win the Arsenal game. But besides that, he's starting to come on as a player for Arsenal. Arsenal has West Ham this weekend, or not this weekend, midweek, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. I think a lot of teams play tomorrow.
Say what?
I think a lot of teams play tomorrow.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they do. Let's try to go to that list. So what do you think of Arsenal versus West Ham?
Again, London derby. West Ham should be the favorites the way they've been playing. They've been, they've had like all parts of the pitch. They're doing really well, and that Declan Rice, Suchek, I think they're among the best midfield pairings in the league right
Oh.
now. Yeah.
I never used to believe in Declan Rice.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, let me tell you something. I watched this motherfucker play this weekend. Like, I woke up, all the top teams had played Saturday. So Sunday, I had the chance to like sleep all night. I have wake up, at a regular time. And I
Yeah.
still got up 6 a.m. in the morning to see Declan Rice. And it was 0-0, but it was a really good 0-0 against Burnley. Both teams went at it, but Declan Rice was doing some shit. First of all, these penetrating dribbles where he takes on people like at his height, going through people like they were cones and getting shots up on goal. And then they did this other thing a few times where you're watching your TV screen and Burnley's taking the ball out from the back, and somebody streaks up to the defender from out of camera shot to press the defender to kick the ball either back to the goalkeeper so the goalkeeper could clear it, or to another teammate. And it's Declan Rice. Like, the energy bursts is this. How old is this motherfucker?
He's the same age as Mount, 22.
This is gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
and especially if you see the progression that he's had. Like, every time you see him, he's added something to his game. Like, it used to be about a season and a half ago, he was a really decent holding midfielder.
Didn't see it.
And but like, he would not do a lot. You just do the simple
right. Yeah. When you're holding,
like, clean up.
Unsung. It's unsung.
Yeah, he would just clean up, and then he started passing a lot more. He started like actually providing chances to the front three. But now it's Souček who's holding and sitting back, and Declan Rice is playing more of like a box to box role where he's recovering balls higher up the pitch. But once he's not shy of even carrying the ball. And so his progressive play has really improved a lot in the last year.
Lanky, white, N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, I was gonna say N'Golo Kante. I didn't want to bring up the Chelsea connection again, but like, he is he's like a white Chelsea, white N'Golo Kante.
White N'Golo Kante, man.
Yeah,
and he's British N'Golo Kante.
Yeah,
man. He's it's pretty impressive. I'm watching like people play from all countries. Like, I'm watching Bundesliga, I'm watching La Liga, I watch PSG, and I watch the Premier League, and this motherfucker stands out in the best way possible.
I mean, it's such a slam dunk. Any team that wants to go get him, you will end up spending a lot of money, but
it's worth it. He's 23.
It's like buying a waterfront property. You're never gonna go. You're always gonna get your investment back anytime. Yeah.
He's waterfront property.
Yeah.
he's waterfront property.
So, I think it's just crazy, like, how he's progressed over these years. And if you look at it from an England point of view, it's just great, the options they have there.
Yeah, because then we're going to talk about, well, let me just say this one comment, and then we'll talk about Conor Gallagher. So I say the name now so I don't forget. But we're talking about midfield options.
Yeah.
And then so you talked about how Declan Rice years ago, like, you can see him his powers increase year by year.
Yeah.
Now his powers increase game by game.
Yeah.
And that's incredible to see.
Yeah.
It's to the tangible difference from one game to the next. And it's just like, I can't miss West Ham's next game. I got to see what he's going to do and add to it next. So I don't know who's going to win tomorrow. This is a great game between Arsenal and West Ham. I mean, Arsenal fans get frustrated. They live in the past. So to them, they should beat West Ham. They have no consideration for what West Ham has done now. They will see a loss to West Ham as a setback and Arsenal breaking their hearts and making promises that they can't deliver on. Arsenal fans are not looking at how young the team is. They're not looking at how, their players. You just mentioned Ramsdale. He's the oldest one, you said. And that's so funny. He's like 23, 24. And it's like these guys have to learn how to win games like this. You don't just automatically get them. This is a young ass team, and West Ham is just way more mature, but still kind of decent age team. And I was thinking that West Ham doesn't have a deep bench, but they had like all their defenders out this weekend, and
that's going to be a little bit of a problem though for West Ham, because they have their two main centre backs out now, and out I think long term, because both Zuma and the other guy Obana, I don't think they're coming back anytime soon.
But I still like. Let me see.
I think the other guy is Dawson.
All right, Dawson's old.
Yeah,
but he's at least smart positionally. Let me see who they. I was like, because I forgot they had this guy, Diop.
Oh,
pretty decent. He'd start most places.
Wait, is
and then Masuaku as a left back, like I always liked him anyway. Like, and he has a lot of skill, and he accidentally scored that goal against you guys. But then this week, I think he had an assist this week. Nah, there was no assist because there's no goal. But he can ball, and Soufal is back there, so they somehow, out of necessity, found some type of depth. So when their players come back,
and they're going to be playing in the Europa League now, facing. I think that's going to be really good. Like if for folks like Declan Rice getting that European experience in the knockouts,
right?
Because Barcelona is in the knockouts. Imagine playing West Ham playing at the Camp Nou.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Yeah,
they're going to be like, let's get this motherfucker. I want to see the look on Barcelona's faces when they find out what a Declan Rice is.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going to happen. They're going to place a bid right away.
You know how people place bets at halftime? They place.
Yeah. That's how United got Ronaldo. Like, when they played, I think it was Sporting in a trial, in a preseason game, and these guys are panting in the team bus, like the Ferdinands and the Nevilles, and they were like, who is that guy? We need to get him.
We need to get him. They told Fergie, yo, you need to buy him. That's funny. I should try to find that game. I've never seen that game. The game that made the United players, go.
I don't even know if there's any footage of it, because
I know.
I don't remember seeing, because I think back in the day, preseason games weren't as popularized or marketed as they are now. They just go play wherever.
I know, because like I was thinking about this the other day about the draw. Like you're talking about an actual game, but it's a game that wasn't aired. We're watching draws, and the UEFA kind of doubled up on their money.
Yeah,
you have a draw, it goes like, why not every year just make there be a mistake in the draw, and then you can just rebroadcast the second or third draw and make 3 times the money. You know what I'm saying? The draw. Oh, don't worry if you missed the first draw. We got the second draw.
We have the home leg coming up, and you might decide it on away goals.
Yeah. What do you think about this new system in Champions League with like no home and away goals, and it goes to penalties so that there's a winner?
I think what they tried to do was last year during the pandemic, there's one real issue with that away goals thing, is that when it goes to extra time, and you only go to extra time in the second leg.
In the second leg, right.
So for 30 minutes, the away team in the second leg has a 2x chance of scoring.
Right.
I mean, whatever the score is, 2x.
Right.
And the home team has not had that opportunity. So that definitely is unfair.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have thought the simple way to deal with that is to just get rid of away goals in the extra time. What they've done is just gotten rid of away goals completely.
Right.
And I don't like that either, because I think away goals really do matter when you're playing in like if you can score away, I think that should matter more than what you're scoring at home.
Mm-hmm.
As long as both teams have had the equal opportunity, which is what it happens in a normal game, like 90 minutes. So just take it away from the extra time. I don't know why they have to take it away completely.
That's what I think too. So now what happens? What happens if, like, I go away?
Yeah.
We go away, we lose on penalties. Then you come to me, and then we win on penalties.
No. There's never any penalties in the first leg.
No,
So,
I think I heard that there's penalties in the first leg.
No, I think that would be. Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
So there's no penalties in the first leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the whole point of all these things, extra time, away goals, is to avoid going to penalties. You don't want it to be a lottery. So you do anything possible to get a winner in normal play.
All right.
But what's going to happen now is, if it's level on aggregate, you're not going to have to look at away goals at all. And
so it kind of is fair, because it goes to extra time in the second game.
Yeah.
Then whoever scores, it's those points are even. It's an even amount of goals.
Yeah.
Right. But there is no extra advantage to the away.
To any away goals.
Right.
In either the first leg or the second leg.
Right.
So.
Well, they revving it up out there. So I don't know how loud that horn is.
That's Aubameyang's fourth strike. He's trying to do something else sneaky.
That's a Aubameyang's Uber driver telling him, "Yo, man, how long you want me to wait out here?" Yeah, I don't know how loud that thing is, but so I guess I'm trying to think. So let me just talk about United for a quick second. So what's it? Omicron?
Yeah, Omicron.
Omicron is ravaging through Europe and Africa, and I should have looked up what each letter of Omicron means. I'm sure it's like a long ass.
It's it's a Greek alphabet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's what they're going with the Delta and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was actually making this joke when Delta came across that, by the time we are done with this thing, everybody's gonna know every alphabet of the Greek, every letter of the Greek alphabet.
And you weren't wrong.
Yeah, I think Omicron is around the 16th or the 15th letter.
Oh shit.
So
does that mean we're on the 16th or 15th variant?
Yeah.
So I missed a.
No, like a lot of these are so small that they don't matter.
They didn't bring up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many letters are there in the Greek alphabet?
Good question. I'll have to look that up.
Because I need to know how many more variants that I have to live through.
They're gonna circle through a few languages after that.
Damn. I just hope it stops after the alphabet, the Greek alphabet. Let's see. 24 letters.
24. Okay.
Well, it's saying the classic alphabet, but Google doesn't work the way it used to. Like you'll ask a specific questions. That's 24. And then
trying to be funny.
It won't give you that answer. It'll tell you some other shit that you don't need to know. So anyway. So Man United, just the way we played this weekend versus Norwich was kind of disappointing. Like I was saying in the chat, I'll take the 3 points, but it was like a bland
Yeah.
like win. Like I woke up Saturday morning like, yeah, we about to get in some Norwich ass. Like after what we did with one practice or walkthrough with Ragnick, imagine like a few days and the team rested too midweek Champions League. Oh, I was like, man, I poured out some alcohol for Norwich. I was like, we about to get in you. And it was like just the limpest win. Like our best players were De Gea, Fred, and McTominay. And the front three like gave the ball away like it was Christmas cards. It's like like Rashford's got to hold on to the ball. He's got to make better decisions. I don't know what's up with him. He looks like he's trying too hard. It reminds me of when before Solskjaer came. Like I can understand Mourinho's frustration. Like whenever we finally get the ball to the front three, whether it was our French guy, I'm blanking on everybody, but it's Rashford. When we had Lukaku, like everybody like laughs at Lukaku's touch when he was at United, but that shit was contagious. Like Rashford's touch was bad, and Martial's touch, even if he controlled it, he just dribble until he lost it. So we just have to do better. Like our attacks just fizzled, and we didn't have that pressure.
It's pretty open too. Like the entire game, it seemed like United is trying to launch an attack, and very quickly Norwich just back there trying to do something too. So there was not a lot of control in midfield.
Not from us.
Yeah,
there's like maybe more in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like any team, the forwards not really doing their job in terms of putting together plays. That can happen from game to game because either chemistry or
says the Chelsea guy, because your forwards do that, but you want the press though.
Yeah, so I think, but that really doesn't affect me as much as when the midfield completely becomes open. We have had that too in the last few games a little bit, but I think for a team like what Rangnick is trying to build, he would be more concerned the fact that the pressing and the control from the midfield is not how you would imagine his teams to be like.
I'm as concerned as he is. I was super concerned. So that was so it was like, all right, we'll get it together. We'll play Brentford today, and then the Brentford game gets canceled because of COVID outbreak at Man United. And to be honest, like you know who I was worried about most?
Tommy.
About our game against playing Brentford?
Tommy.
Nah, the crowd.
No.
I saw Brentford versus Watford, and we need to mark this crowd. Like Brentford versus Watford, that crowd this weekend. Like Watford went up 1, and first of all, I don't even know how they went up 1 with all the noise that crowd was making. But just the end of the game, when you needed energy, like they were literally like fueling that team forward. And you could see like Watford like breaking down and Brentford growing stronger. And like it was just like 3 moments of weakness amongst the Watford players not following up and covering each other. And then there goes the second goal and Brentford gets that win. But yeah, if you go to Brentford, like I laughed at Arsenal when they lost in the beginning of the season at Brentford.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, but they had to find out something that the rest of the league,
And that was the first game back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So the crowd was great. Like we had a tough time. We should have lost that game. We won due to Mendy.
Right.
But yeah, that crowd is a crazy crowd.
I was like, we should have like a fans of the week like award. Even though we have no prizes to give them, but that
Yeah.
Brentford crowd this weekend lit.
I like the fact that the stadium is also called the community stadium. It's pretty old school.
Yeah, and it just they feel like they
are a community.
Actually get to play. They can say we're in the Premier League. I play for real. Like the way. First of all, I've watched like a little thing. I guess NBC produced it on Brentford and how they just shoved that club in that little slit in London. You know what I mean? And it's compact and it's brand new. And good luck to anybody that has to face them there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Beckenbauer Rudiger?
Oh. What I feel is give him what he wants. His contract situation is the biggest drama that's happening right now at Chelsea.
How old is he?
He's 28, but the problem right now is that Rudiger, Christensen, Silva, Azpilicueta, 4 of our centre backs are all out of contract in summer. So technically, they can all talk to clubs in a few weeks and sign pre-contracts in the last 6 months. So this is absolutely the worst case scenario from a planning point of view that you want to be in. And it could have been 5 centre backs out of contract, but they just signed up Chalobah a few weeks back.
I got to be honest, Rudiger plays better out of contract. I mean, he won you 2 penalties this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the box more than Lukaku.
Yeah.
Like, has Lukaku won you 2 penalties?
No, he hasn't. And also Rudiger, you saw his face after he won the second one. He knew what he was doing. Yes. He couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Like lying on the ground. I mean, it was a stupid mistake by the Leeds player. Like, why are you trying to kick centre back with his back to goal in the penalty? What is he going to do? Like, he's not going to turn around and kick one into the top corner. So, but I mean, Rudiger has that edge, and I think I've felt that like for a while since the last warrior generation of Chelsea players left, that we've kind of lacked that. We've become a soft touch, but Rudiger, when he's playing well, definitely does add to that. So, and you saw what happened at the end of the game.
Yeah, you guys can't forget what happened in 1974, whenever that shit happened.
The FA Cup final, 1970. So, I've read that it was called, the BBC called it the most brutal game in the history of English football.
Oh shit!
But some people still remember it. Looks like in the crowd, and it got pretty heated. And of course, like players like Mason Mount, Azpilicueta, who have been deeply embedded in the history of the club, they know what it is about. And so you saw Mason Mount shushing the crowd after his goal. Azpilicueta getting subbed, took the long route through the Leeds fans, and went on against them. But all that is well and good. We almost could have drawn the game, and then the Leeds fan would have felt pretty vindicated.
Yeah, and speaking of Leeds, like they played Man City today, right? They played Man City today, and Man City beat them 7-0. But Pep should thank Chelsea because Pep made 4 subs in 4 important positions on the field and didn't drop off in quality. And he's playing a team that played you guys till after the whistle. They spend energy in a fight after the whistle. And then they pretty much bring back the same team. And Pep he started the game with 4 new players that didn't play on the weekend, and then still subbed in other players later. And then some of the players this weekend that played for him this weekend, like Grealish only played probably like 60 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you had Stones today playing, was it right back? So Pep said something once about they're winning the titles because of the money that they spent. You have to spend the money on the players, or they wouldn't be there. And that was a difference today. Like that was a financial 7-0 ass whooping.
And Leeds, the way they play, they're the worst team. Who, if you have to ask a team to play 2 games a week, that's the worst team you want to expect that from, because their energy versus their resources is just not. They're lucky to play 1 game season.
They have to recover from that. They were out there social distancing today. If you just look at the score,
I mean, Bielsa, after all that crouching, he needs some time off. He can't be crouching 90 minutes for two times a week.
Yeah, he needs to stretch. What do you think of Aston Villa versus Norwich? That's Steven Gerrard taking
on his ex.
Dean Smith got a new girl, and they out eating, and then his old girl walks into their restaurant that they're eating at with with their new man, and shows them up.
I mean, it's not. I was going to say it's not as much that Dean Smith got a new girl as Aston Villa got a new man, because she kicked him out.
She kicked him out.
He had to find something. And we don't even know if that something is any good so far. So he's not that proud showing her off.
Dean Smith is rebounded. 8 days later, he's in a new relationship.
Dean Smith's rebounding, and then a few weeks later, he finds himself in a holiday party with her. So.
With her, and then the Aston Villa shows up with their new man, and and then they just outdanced him on the dance floor. They just like the intensity, and Ramsey scored. He's been knocking on the door. They took a goal away from him in a few weekends ago against what was that, Leicester? But this week he scored, and then Chewy, I can't say this guy's name. Even if I read it, I can't say it. Chewy.
Aston Villa guy?
Carney. Carney Chukwuemeka.
Oh yeah, you're struggling with that last week too.
I think I'll struggle with that his entire career. I feel sorry for white people. They better get that shit perfect. Like as a black person, I can mess that up. And
you can take your time.
Think about it. Yeah. A white person is. Are you making fun of an African name? Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
But they did their thing, and they beat Norwich, and I feel bad for Dean Smith, but
I mean, Aston Villa, I think Gerrard's kind of made them a little more solid, which used to be what Aston Villa was. This, till I don't know what happened this season, but till last season they were pretty solid, and Gerrard's kind of gotten back to that. They're playing decent football. They creating enough chances to threaten the opposition, and it's kind of like it's kind of coming together, and it has to come together because this is actually a very good squad. Aston Villa, like with the amount of investment they've had, they have built the makings of a pretty solid squad.
They're winning with injuries. Like Bailey wasn't there. They didn't start Ings. Buendia gets to return to Norwich, the team that he helped bring up twice. He was very instrumental in him coming up, but some people booed him to that. It's like where is the fan line? Like, hey man, you were in the championship twice, and I know Buendia was a part of the team that brought you up this time. I'm assuming he was a part of the team that brought them up the year before. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a Norwich fan, I could boo Buendia. I mean, Norwich sold him. I don't know if he put in a transfer, but Norwich sold him. But you guys play Everton. Oh my God. Like Benitez is going to get fired. You play Everton on Thursday. He lost this weekend, right? Let me see.
He lost
Crystal
to
Palace.
Crystal Palace, yeah.
Yeah,
Conor Gallagher goal.
Conor Gallagher. And I'll just say Richarlison is injured now.
Yeah.
So you guys
That should help us.
help.
I think Calvert-Lewin is anyway injured.
Yeah.
So if they're both out, that should really that should be a good thing, because we haven't had a proper 90 minutes solid game since the Juventus game, and that's been a couple of weeks now. So we can definitely do. We are kind of right now. We are scrambling. We are scrapping. We're trying to somehow get through games, and till I think we are essentially holding out till we get folks back from injuries. So we dealt with the forward injuries. Lukaku won pretty well. We had 10 games, 8 wins and 2 draws. But it seems like the injuries,
Say that again?
8 games, 10 games, 8 wins and 2 draws.
Since Lukaku's been injured?
No. Till Lukaku came back, like that period when Lukaku Werner were both gone. But they started to come back now. But what's really hurting us is the injuries at the Chilwell's injury, and the Reece is out for a game, and the midfield has completely Kante, Kovacic are out. Jorginho's playing. He was out, and now he's playing through pain. Loftus-Cheek missed a game, so that's the part of the pitch that's really hurting us.
Loftus-Cheek is also stepping up.
He's actually had a bad few games now. He really stepped up, and he's doing really well. But the West Ham game, he was poor in that game, and the Watford game, he was bad for the first half. But I don't really want to hold that against him, because he was playing next to Saul, who was a ghost.
Blame it on Saul.
And that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen by a Chelsea player in God knows how many.
You haven't seen Ross Barkley play in a while?
Ross Barkley's never that Ross Barkley in a Chelsea shirt was an upgrade on what we saw with. I think the closest has been Bakayoko, who had one such game. I think similarly against Watford. And Sal's been really, really bad. There's been no redeeming factors to his game. And then against Leeds, he played as a wingback. No, Leeds he played as a wingback, or against Zenit?
You better not call Sal.
And he was even worse as a wingback. So
why, if he stunk in the middle of the park, why would he be good as a wingback?
Because as a wingback, you can still your mistakes don't hurt the team as much as they do in the middle of the park. Yeah, you're the heartbeat, right? You're in the middle. So
don't you have to defend a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, but as we've seen, another option is Marcos Alonso. So he's not doing any defending. He's conceding penalties. So
I mean, he made up for that penalty.
Yeah,
and I don't even think that was that much of a penalty. I think the referees got to get this momentum thing together. If you're in the box and you tackle and the person takes a swing at the ball, the person's momentum for taking a swing at the ball and the person's foot connecting with you defending counts against you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why when they go to VAR, they don't hey man, that person, the Salah penalty this weekend. I don't know, man. I don't think that was a penalty, bro.
I mean, I get what he's saying from a defender's point of view. What else is the defender supposed to do?
Right.
But also from my attacker's point of view, what he just did stopped me from doing anything else. So there has to be some consequence to that.
But Salah, what did was put himself. He made the contact with Mings this weekend. And then now his leg is between Mings's leg, and then he goes down. And Mings said, "You fouled this guy, Mings." It's
But that's also skill, right? If you are quick enough. Because if Mings was quicker, Mings would have gotten to it clean.
Mings was just trying to guard the space.
Yeah, that's risky, right? Like you can make it happen, or if you don't get it absolutely right, it's gonna be a penalty. Like,
but I don't think he had a chance to, when somebody like a forward like launches himself into you and then bounces off you onto the floor. I just think some of these calls is dubious. I don't think Alonso, that was a penalty on Alonso either.
I think actually penalty, Alonso should have got a penalty because
later on
the Leeds player had both hands on him at one point, and he's in midair trying to head the ball, trying to get the ball in the aerial, and he's got both hands on him and he pulls him down. I don't know why that's not a penalty.
He made up for it with the assist to Mount.
Yeah, that was a class assist, and it was a class finish from Mount. Mount, he's had he was having a little bit of a tough start to the season, but now he's 6 goals, 4 assists. He's doing it all right now in the Premier League. Yeah.
What do you think? So we talking about Crystal Palace earlier and Conor Gallagher. This motherfucker's just growing, bro.
Yeah, and he's having that perfect loan trajectory. Lower championship team, half a season, higher championship team, second half of the season, lower Premier League team, last year's season, mid-table Premier League team this season. That, and the variety of teams and managers he's had to play under, he's like become so well-rounded as a midfielder.
Right.
He had to do a whole lot of ball recovering, tackling under at West Brom. And now he's got that side of the game, and he was always good from an attacking point of view, but now he's adding so much end product to his games. Like he's adding more end product to his game than what I've seen of him at academy level, because he used to be a set piece specialist. A lot of his goals and assists used to come from that, but now, like in open play, he's literally doing it all.
If he keeps this up, he's gonna blow by people and get on the England team.
Yeah,
like he's gonna squeeze his way onto that team.
Yeah,
and it's like England is the land of wing backs and midfielders. yeah.
I think now, like, there is no more excuse for Southgate to continue playing 3 at the back. He has to embrace 4-3-3. The options he has.
Are you against the 3 at the back? You sound like you're against it. Like, why?
I think now I'm against it because it's clear there are so many midfielders who can. Why would you just want to keep playing 2 midfielders when you have essentially 5 or 6 who can play that role? So
you think you should play 4-4-2?
I think you should play 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Just have Rice holding and play 2 box to box. It can be Gallagher, Mount, Bellingham, Henderson if you're trying to go for a slightly defensive box to box player. It could even be Rice as a box to box player if you're having Calvin Phillips as the holding midfielder. So I feel like there's so many options there. You have to play 1 holding and 2 box to box. And all of these names I mentioned, it's not like any of them, like even Mount and Gallagher, who are probably the most attacking of that lot.
Right.
Even their work rate is so high that
Mount's
they're not gonna let you feel like you're completely
back there holding it yourself.
Yeah, so they're gonna help out.
Yeah, they're not gonna be like, I'll be right back. And then, so where were you? Man, we got caught up doing some stuff up there. We back now though. Hey man, we got to go again. Like they'll come back.
Yeah,
they'll be around.
It just came out though because I was saying about all the injuries we have in midfield. I was hoping there's some chance that we can get Gallagher back in January.
Right.
Recall, but looks like there's no. The clause was that if they don't play enough games,
right,
we can. But both for Gallagher and Gilmore, we can't recall them because they've played the threshold of games.
That's probably why Norwich started playing Gilmore more, even though he's playing better now. It's like, we got to play him so they can't get him back, and then we'll ass out. And then Gallagher, from the jump, he's been playing for Crystal Palace. But yeah, that would be too much of a blow to Patrick Vieira to lose probably maybe his best player in the middle of the season, not to injury, just to an opposing team, because you got him on loan. That would be crazy. So I would like him to finish out the season there. I know Crystal Palace will probably try to buy him.
No chance. No chance in hell.
You got enough midfielders, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a tough task for Tuchel to fit him there, but you have to like this.
I hope Tuchel Tammy Abrams him. Just thinks he's not good enough.
No, Tuchel actually said a lot of great things about Gallagher in a couple of the press conferences, because he was like, you don't really need to pay attention to him because he's there. He's there every day, every game week. He is one of the central figures in that Crystal Palace team. So you don't really need to go out of the way to keep track of him.
Yeah, he pops up in all the highlights.
Yeah.
He's talked about on the Match of the Days and all the shows. That was a stunner. He scored 2 this weekend. And I don't know what Everton was thinking, messing around with the ball in the back like that. But yeah.
We can do with somebody who can score from midfield.
I mean,
even though we play deep midfielders, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, coaches, they are given the freedom to go further up the pitch. So yeah, Gallagher can probably play one of those roles.
I want somebody to take advantage of Rudiger coming all the way up the pitch. He comes up the pitch too much. I want somebody
that
to
happened.
Push him out.
No, that happened. The West Ham Leeds second goal happened due to a play where Rudiger was all the way up on almost as a right winger pressing, and he of course he lost that play.
Right.
And then Leeds were pretty swift in getting it back. Direct. And Rudiger's playing catch up. He just couldn't get back in time. One cross and they scored. That was a very Lampard-esque goal to concede.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. People have to. You playing Chelsea? Look out for the walkabouts of Rudiger and make him pay.
Yeah.
Let's just go over some of the games coming up. Yeah. Tomorrow there's Crystal Palace, Southampton. So Lee's team is back in. That'll be Conor Gallagher playing tomorrow. All right.
Oh, that's gonna be the Chelsea derby. Crystal Palace, Southampton.
Oh yeah, because you got Southampton.
Gahey and Gallagher playing Livramento and Broha.
It's hilarious. Like it's like they're in skins and shirts in the academy.
Yeah. And they all like pretty much around the same. So they've all played with each other.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'll definitely try to watch that.
Yeah.
And then Brighton Wolves. That's pretty. It's a pretty good match. Like Wolves fucked up this weekend. Excuse me. I don't know what Jimenez was thinking. Like the first card shouldn't have been a yellow, but if you got a yellow for not doing some yellow shit, why would you do some yellow shit to get the second yellow? Why wouldn't you just chill? And then
he's experienced too.
Yeah, you're playing Man City at Man City.
Yeah,
like what are you doing? Like stay on the field. Man City barely beat them.
You know who was the most disappointed at that was Adama Traore. He had his hands over it. So, man, what am I gonna do without you?
Who am I gonna cross
to? The only thing I know how to do good is to beat a man and cross. And now you're not there.
Yeah, you've been hurting me since last year.
Yeah.
I can't even score if I can't cross to you to score.
And but I love the fact that he went along with the crowd, took his headband and he flipped it on the ground. The crowd, yay! And did it again.
He kept on
and the third time he actually faked it. Like he did a dummy. Oh, he pulled a dummy on the crowd. So that's your priority. You just got sent off versus Man City.
I mean,
you're playing props. The crowd. You're doing crowd work here.
He really messed up. I want to. That's a walk I never want to experience when you just there's nothing you could do. You messed up, and it's in front of thousands.
So many people, yeah.
Yeah. And you just like, only thing you do is make it worse.
He kind of did.
Yeah. And then Brighton Wolves, that's another like loaded match.
Yeah.
Talented teams, determined teams. So we'll see Wolves without Jimenez. At least they got the Asian guy. He's been doing good, so he'll step in for Jimenez. And they got Traore and the rest of the crew. And then we talked about Arsenal, West Ham tomorrow. Burnley, Watford. Probably won't be watching. Burnley, Watford. People the least likely. The game you don't want to watch if you're not a Burnley or Watford fan, but who knows? Maybe some crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
And then you guys play on Thursday, and then Tottenham finally plays a game. They missed like 2 games in a row. They finally play Leicester and Liverpool, Newcastle. But yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to cover?
No, I mean, I want to give a shout out to Sam Kerr on the Chelsea women's team for shoulder barging a pitch invader. Absolute Aussie rules football there.
So shoulder barging who?
A pitch invader, like a fan came on pitch.
She did?
Yeah, she went like full blown, proper rugby tackle.
Women's game got pitch invaders.
Yeah.
They're really coming up. Coming up.
It's actually really bad because I was reading upon it. Apparently, the police laws. So you know how like all the men's games, there's security, and the security is there, and they stop things like that, right? Or they stop it soon.
Kind of, because there was some pitch invaders this weekend.
Yeah, but like this guy was just loitering around. Like he could have been there for as long as he wanted, because there's nobody to go take him out. And apparently the reason for that is
they're not used to.
Yeah, they're not used to
pitch invading women's games.
So they had the police laws do not account for security at women's games.
Right.
So now because she did this and this happened and she did this, they had to change the law. So some. So
what now? They're gonna have security at a women's game?
Yeah, like she's a civil rights activist now.
This is a pivotal moment. This is a Roe versus Wade like moment in history for the women's game.
Yeah.
Like, pitch invader. Yeah. This guy, even though he stinks, did something monumental for women's soccer. So congrats to both the Chelsea woman who did that and this guy. I'm assuming was a guy.
Yeah, it was a guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I guess that's it. LA, it's Christmas time. Let's get our Christmas on. Everybody be careful.
Has it been pouring down there too?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I had to record an audition today, and all you can hear is rain. I'm inside yelling and it's supposed to be a romantic scene just so that they can hear me over the rain. Because I had to record the audition because it was the only time the person could help me. So I probably didn't get that role.
Blame it on the rain.
So what? Blame it on
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's pouring, bro. Loud. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been pelting down here too.
Yeah. But everybody be careful out there. And we love you. We'll see you next weekend.
Hopefully we still have football to cover from next weekend.
I know, right? Shit, we'll see.
It could all shut down. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. They'll probably just cut out the crowds.
Yeah. But they'll probably take a week's break before they do that, because there's already 42 positive test cases. That's the most they've had.
Right.
Yeah.
England breaking records.
Yeah.
Premier League breaking records the wrong kind. I'd like to thank our producer, Aaron Brungardt. Get home safely. He's on his way back to London, or not to England from New York. He was there, and Martin's in Poland. Have fun in Poland, Martin. Love you all. Be good. Leave comments, like, and subscribe. Thank you again, Neil, for doing your thing. and won y'all.